Hey, speaking of trail markers, in our next story, we're going to meet a Mississippi trailblazing singer-songwriter who has a trail marker of their own on another trail, the Mississippi Blues Trail. Mississippi has produced many great artists and musicians, and one of our own among these masters of the arts is Cassandra Wilson. Born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi, this musician, singer, songwriter, and producer has been a trailblazer for jazz artists around the world, the recipient of 2 Grammy Awards, a mark on the Mississippi Blues Trail, and countless awards and honors, as well as being named America's Best Singer by Time magazine. And we're proud to call her a true Mississippian.
The moment that I decided I wanted to be a musician was probably when I was about 6, 7 years old. And my father was a musician. So I had started taking piano lessons, and I was in love with music, and I knew that that's what I would do.
I guess I began to really begin to appreciate and value who she was. So I began to listen to Blue Skies and just all the wonderful songs that she had performed, and just became, a lover of her music.
Jazz is a very important form in America. I count myself as one of those types of musicians that are really concerned about the art and really motivated every day to get up and create something brand new. And your focus is not so much on becoming famous. It can happen, coincidentally, I think. But your focus really is on honing your craft and being able to communicate as best as possible your ideas as an artist.
I don't know where we're going. I've no idea how this will end. From the beginning, I've been swimming in the current of your skin. The autumn rains turned into thunderstorms. The waters rose. I was drowning in your arms.
I had always had a flair for improvisation from the time I was very young. But it was not until I came under the umbrella of the Black Arts Music Society that I began to really study in depth masters like Charlie Parker and Thelonious Monk and John Coltrane and Miles Davis and Sarah Vaughan, people like that who have had a tremendous influence on me.
She's been in the business a long time, so, and I've experienced a lot, even through recordings, even through mastering music, mixing music, and I always look for her about, and like her opinions and guidance in my writing. She's a songwriter as well.
And not only is she an incredible songwriter, she's also very savvy when it comes to business. Cassandra Wilson created her own record label, Ojah Media Group, right here in Jackson, Mississippi.
Ojah Media Group developed slowly. It started out as Ojah Records in 2000. The year 2000, we released the first project, which was Oshogbo Town by Rhonda Richmond. And the motivation for creating Ojah Media Group really came from a desire to change the model in the marketplace. Generally, the large record companies benefit tremendously, from the creativity of artists, and artists are usually at the lowest rung of the ladder when it comes to sharing in the wealth that comes from their creation. So Ojah Media Group is a different paradigm.
She definitely wants to see an artist develop holistically. I think in an industry that really promotes so much with just the exterior and the whole ideal of mainstream, she definitely brings out the essence. I want you to bring out the essence of who you are.
It goes beyond the state of Mississippi. I think that with her international notoriety, having been the #1 jazz artist in the world, of course, is an opportunity to put us on the map more.
I think the most rewarding part of my life's journey thus far is to return to Jackson and open the YellowScarf.
The honeymoon is over. You sell yourself for free.
The living environment that she's creating with the YellowScarf promotes these artists now. And it gives an additional flavor, an additional venue, an additional outlet for people to enjoy music in a different kind of way. The YellowScarf philosophy is a listening room. You actually come and it's quiet. You could hear the instruments. It's not like being at a concert where you're being blasted with volumes of sound. You can sit at your table and hold a discussion. If you talk too loud, people turn around and look at you funny. It's one of those kind of things. And I think that's the kind of environment that we need in order to promote an additional form of music here.
It gives me a place to be creative and to play my music. And the greatest thing about the YellowScarf is the community that we've built around it. The musicians, the masters, and their guidance. If you're a writer, it's an opportunity for you to share your music and your original arrangements. So I think it provides a place where they can be creative in what they do.
I can't tell you how much it's meant to me to be able to share this music with the people of Jackson, and to come back home and to see friends that I grew up with, musicians that I performed with. It's great to play with them again, and to also have this space, that kind of picks up where Black Arts Music Society left off, a place where jazz is welcome. We also have, other types of music, as long as it's creative, and as long as it's your original music and you're expressing yourself in an original way, you have a home at the YellowScarf.